Jimmy Jam, it's good to see you back on here with on a Monday night show, man. It feels good to have you back, man. That's
Hey,
for real. How you guys? Yeah, how
yeah,
you guys doing, man?
I love being back on here with you guys. Yeah, how's everybody going? Everything with everybody?
You know what? I got my shirt on with nothing on it because I don't really know what I'm feeling right now. So I'm feeling complex. So I actually, man, BC, my shirt's kind of blue though, so you can tell yours is a little bit darker than mine. Mine's a little blue because I'm
Mine's
feeling
dark
blue.
blue.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I'm feeling a little blue right now because I don't really know what to think about football. But anyway, before we get to the show, BC, there was a comment made about you that
Hmm.
I wanted to read publicly, and I woke up the other night and I saw it, and I was like, "Man, BC ain't never come back on my show no more, bro." BC ain't never coming back. So this is the comment that I read. I got it from Diamond South Events. Um, been listening to UK talk radio all weekend, and BC has made the most sense out of every talking head in the state of Kentucky. And I wanted
Hmm.
to read that publicly because BC, you bring a lot to the show, bro, and I want you to know that I appreciate you. And I couldn't even I couldn't disagree and say, hey man, the quarterback sucks. You know what I mean? I had to just say, you know what? Respect, BC, respect. So
No,
yeah,
it's just looking at the game and just keeping it real, Big Mike. It's just that's like I said, it's a difference between fans and then watching the game from every angle. Everybody has their own opinions. Like what they
yeah,
say, opinions like what, everybody
yeah,
has one.
yeah, like
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
but I just try to give the audience and everybody what I see and what I know about sports.
Well, the I don't. Well, first of all, thank you for that as well too. I appreciate that and mean a lot to the show. All you guys do, Jimmy. You know you do too, big guy. You go. so,
Yeah.
Jimmy
uh,
Jam.
Yeah.
so,
There you go.
so, so actually, so we got some people in here. I think the first person in here tonight was Greg. Then you got Otis, you got Todd, and you got National, and someone said buttholes.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Everybody has one. Yeah.
Thank you, National. We appreciate that. Falls on him. Hey, Otis, we'll get to that. Okay. So here's the big news coming out of Kentucky right now, and anybody else who knows more than I know, of course, that lives in that area. So Stoops made a comment in his press conference Monday today. For you guys, it's Tuesday morning, but Stoops made a comment on his show that he doesn't know if Calzada will start against Eastern Michigan, even if he's healthy. What does that say? Starting with you, Jimmy, because Jimmy, you wasn't on the postgame show. What does that mean when the head coach is already not even two games in, and he's not even sure? And as Otis said, is it does this out here fall on Stoops? Does this fall on Hampton? Does it fall on the quarterback? Jimmy, your take.
Well,
Jimmy said, "Give me a
you
second."
give me a sec. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that either one of the quarterbacks right now, Kanzada, along with, you know, with him, it has like kind of got where maybe we could have a change, but maybe it's that we don't need to make a change. But with Color Bowley coming in at the very end of the game the other night, or the other day, he did some good things. So there might be a chance that he might could use both of them. And I don't know who he's going to start. That's a Wednesday uh, day thing that they usually say who's going to start at quarterback on Wednesdays, and so we'll see what happens then. But Gonzaga, along with Cutter Bowley, I'd say you're going to do just as good with either one of them right now.
Ooh, that's BC. I'm gonna let you get to yours, but I think that's when you make comments like you can do okay with, I guess, either one of them. That's a big bold statement because a lot of people are on the fence of get rid of Calzada, start Cutter. Some people is keep Calzada. Of course, BC he's really big on the wide receivers have gotten open. But here's the thing, BC, before you make your comments, is Stoops actually, as I just mentioned before we came on, Stoops actually mentioned the receivers was open. Calzada was unable because of his abilities, not because of the line, but because of his abilities to make the correct throws and get the guys the ball. BC, your take on it? Because I know you're big on wide receivers got to get open.
Well, maybe he was watching a different game I was watching. I don't I don't know. I saw him made, a couple
Yeah,
bad throws, which
yeah,
I don't care if you Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, you're gonna make some bad throws.
yeah,
But also we have to understand that the time is not gonna be there. Just yeah, they've been running offense, but we just getting up the game speed. It's the second game of the year that I harped on last um Saturday at the post game.
yeah,
But it doesn't surprise me, Stoops making a move like that. All I know is okay, because he didn't turn the ball over. It's the new, all the players are new, pretty
yeah,
much. Receivers wasn't getting open. I don't know what he was. Maybe he was watching something different, or I was watching something different than what he was watching. I
yeah,
don't know, but all I know is what happens if you know guy comes in and he throws an interception. Oh, well, you got to bench him now because Gonzalez didn't throw an interception. If they lose the game, what that you got to bench him now because this guy's 1-1. He didn't lose the football game. That's what I was saying. He's not losing the football game. I don't think really Kentucky lost the football game. I said they played a good football game.
yeah.
They just got beat. It happens like that sometimes. But I think we are just blowing things out of proportion. I really do.
Are you a true blue fan?
I'm a true first.
You
But
true
it's like I
first.
said, that
Yeah,
okay, if you benching him, what's the reason? He said guys was open. I don't he threw a couple. Yes, but is that the standard? Next guy comes in, he throws three bad passes. Is he gonna be? Is it gonna be week to week? Is that where we at when it comes to the quarterbacks? That's a bad situation.
I hate following up after you, BC. I was like,
I'm just saying,
you know,
man.
but BC, I mean, I gotta ask you if okay, because your biggest thing right now is the receivers. I was really thinking yesterday, which I should probably never think. That's probably my first mistake. When you think about the NFL, you think about the elite of the league for the formula spot. I mean, you got guys in the league who maybe shouldn't be there, and other guys who should be. But when you think about the NFL as a whole, you think about receivers not being able to get much separation from their DBs. Would you agree or disagree?
If they're not, they most likely aren't getting the ball.
But
It's
but
guys,
but
it's guys that get separation. Then it's guys
yeah,
that
yeah.
can make a grab on. I don't matter.
But when you after 7 years of playing college football, or after
Hmm.
6 years, because this is the seventh,
Hmm.
wouldn't you expect him as a would you expect Calzada as a quarterback to be experienced enough to say, okay, my receivers are not necessarily getting the separation that they need.
Hmm.
So because of that, I got to be skilled enough to be able to put the ball somewhere in their vicinity, even though don't get me wrong. I mean, you don't want to throw it in tough coverage every single time. I mean, that's just being silly. because that sets you up for failure. But at some point, at that skill of a quarterback, shouldn't he have the ability, that the aptitude, the experience to say, I got to make plays with my arm, and I got to put the ball. I got to take those risks sometimes, and I got to put it anywhere where they can put it at.
If he was that skilled, he wouldn't still be in college.
Next
It's
topic.
it's it's no it's like this. Like, I get what you're saying. The 7 years, okay. Let's put the bed the 7 years he been in
Okay.
college for a long time. Do you
Okay.
think if he was on Ohio State, he'll be a better quarterback with a Heisman Trophy candidate, a wide receiver, a number 2 wide receiver that's probably going to the league? Do you think he would be a better quarterback?
Probably so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, that seems to be the big problem. It's not the coach, it's not the offensive coordinator, it's just the receivers.
I I think I, I think that the receiver coach needs to go and say, who's going to step up, be my number 1 receiver? Who's going to step up, make the big plays, and going to be my number 1 guy? First of all, who's going to be that guy?
Jimmy, I thought it was supposed to be Macklin coming into the year. He came back. He was there last year with Dane. He was there with Brown. And when those guys left, and he decided to come back to Kentucky, I figured it was a clear that he was coming back. Now, here's the thing that I realized moving forward. Law, we got to find plays. We got to find
Mm-hmm.
ways to get him the ball in his hand. Like, I mean, this guy, he's dynamic now. I mean, is he? I didn't really we didn't really get a chance to really see how he really was as a big time receiver. But we know one thing: when he puts the ball, when the ball gets in his hands, he makes things happen. So is he going to be another? Is he going to be our Barry and Brown? Um, that you just find a way to get him the bat on the football and let him be explosive as an athlete more so than just as a receiver, because I mean the guy's electric out there, and if you don't, I mean, like he's like I'm not ready to put him on the Lynn Bowden status, because we know what Lynn Bowden did when he was at Kentucky his last year. We know how special he was, but it's the same situation. Lynn Bowden, you just put the ball in his hand, and he always made positive yards, positive decisions. Jimmy, are we at that point where Law just needs to be one of our go-to guys, and we got to figure out how to get him the ball, because he looked good. He looked good when he got the ball in his hands.
Well, it's just like you just said. He has to be right now our number 1, you know, offensive right there to get the ball in his hands, regardless as a handoff or as a pass or anything. He's got to be involved in this offense. I mean, that's guaranteed.
BC.
Yeah, it's like I said at post game, man. You gotta go watch film and get creative.
Yeah.
You gotta even if it's running curl routes, cross routes down the field, check routes, slants. You gotta get creative on the offense. Even wheel routes, bringing guys out of the backfield. You gotta get
Yeah.
more creative when you're having struggles of getting receivers open.
I want to believe that Bush Hampton is the guy that can do that. I mean, you got a lot of people calling for Stoops. You got a lot of people calling for Hamden. You got a lot of people calling for Calzada. As a big fan base that the BBN is, I don't think at the end of the day you can cut Stoops out, and then the other 2/3 or another 1/3 of people would be saying, "Oh no, you should have cut Hamden. You should have cut Calzada." So I don't think that this is a situation. I think what's the saying? Winning cures everything. When you win football games, you don't have the negative conversations. You enjoy the win and you move on to the next ball game. If we were to beat Ole Miss, these conversations that we're having now wouldn't even be in existence. We wouldn't be talking about how bad Calzada was. We wouldn't be talking about how bad Hamden or Stoops is. So winning covers everything. So of course not everybody's going to win every football game, especially when you talk about the University of Kentucky. It's just and that's not me being, hey man, we're gonna go 12-0, we're gonna win the playoffs. No, no, not gonna say that. So Kentucky's gonna win. We're gonna lose our fair share, I should say, of games. That's for sure. Our BC, we headed down a long year for Kentucky football, and is do you think the in CBC? Here's what you said. You said we played a good game on Saturday. We just didn't make enough plays to beat Ole Miss on Saturday. Is this a team that you see that can win some ball games this year if we get creative and we fix some issues?
Yeah, it's a big if. It's a big if, man.
Big if on who? Big if on who though?
The whole thing, getting creative on the offense. It's a big if, man. Here's my thing. I want Kentucky football to be good. You just don't know how much for so many years. I want Kentucky football to be good, but in reality, it's always a long year when it comes to Kentucky football. Is it going to be a long year? Yeah. Am I hopeful that we can upset some guys and win some games? Yes. Yes, it's we 1-1. So we going into next week. I'm like, hey, let's go get a win. South Carolina, I'm like, let's get a win. So, like I said, when it comes to like 7th, 8th game season, if we done laid the egg like 3 games in a row, it's like, hey, ain't that what we used to?
That hurt. That's the Jimmy. That's the part that hurts when we have to go back and eat our words. And basically, as BC just stated, ain't that who we are? If somehow, okay, let's say we beat Eastern Michigan, which we should beat Eastern Michigan. Mm-hmm. Say we go into the South Carolina game healthy, because I don't think anybody got hurt for the Ole Miss game unless somebody knows somebody got hurt. I don't think, but besides Calzada with his shoulder. Other than that, I think we was healthy that whole ball game. So say we we beat Eastern Michigan. Say if we go to South Carolina and get a big win down there, because they're gonna be, if they win next week, then they could still possibly be a top 10 team still. If we go to South Carolina and get that win, is that the win we need to truly say that we can turn this year around? Jimmy?
Well, we had that win this past weekend. We should have had that one, against, Ole Miss. And, I think we kind of let it slip through our fingers. I mean, we was right there, but there was one bad call. But, for that went against us on that pass interference.
Yes.
And I think that should have been called. But I think we did a lot that went against us that we did not do right. And we had the opportunities through the whole game to do and have improvements through the game. It just didn't happen.
BC?
Yeah, South Carolina would be a really big win if it beat South Carolina. That's on the road too.
Are you saying if?
Yeah, of course. Hey, if Kentucky was the number 2 team in the nation, I still would use that verbal. If it's 50-50. We have a 50% chance of winning, just like South Carolina have a 50% chance. But that would be a big win. It would turn everything around for the time being. But then we could go lay an egg the next week.
Yeah, I think that's what we can.
So it's just, what I'm saying is, our football team is, I think they played hard Saturday. Like I said, I take my hats off. I think they played hard. I really do. I think they went out. I think they was prepared. Yeah, it was couldn't get the play in, which we used to seeing that time and time. But I think our guys played hard. They laid it out there, on the line, and came up short. If you go out and lose and you played hard and you gave everything, I don't have
Yeah.
no issues with that. But yeah, South Carolina will be, a big win. South
James
Carolina's a big
says,
win for several teams.
yeah, it is on in this year,
Yeah,
especially when those guys are already. I haven't looked at them to see where they at in the
the
poll this week,
quarterback
but
is off the chain.
yeah. So, but maybe
Yeah.
maybe but and that's the thing with Ole Miss's quarterback. Once he settled down,
Mhm.
he hurt us. He hurt us with his legs. He hurt us with his arm. He just you could I mean, and being his first true road game, um, as a young guy, you can see that Lane Kiffin, a good coach, was able to take his quarterback, his young quarterback, and calm him down and say, "Go to work." Was their receivers very much better than our receivers?
That day.
I don't. That day there was. They had some separations. We couldn't tackle, so because of that, we made them look better than what they was. We missed a lot of open field one-on-one tackles
Mhm.
as well too in the secondary. So when you do that, you'll make me look like I'm good. So our secondary on the corners are definitely going to have to learn to make that open field tackle. So if you're going to do anything this week in practice, our DB coach is going to have to say we got to make tackles, or I'm gonna get fired. My job's on the line here. So either tackle or help me pay for my help me take with some of your NIL money and help me take care of my family. You know what I mean? Because you keep missing tackles like that, I'm gonna be up in the stands watching you play because I ain't gonna be able to sideline no more. I think what I think we have a fixable situation here. Um, a serious question, BC and Jimmy, you can chime in too. Is Stoops' heart really into this?
I don't know. I'm Mark Stoops. He's been in Kentucky for a while.
Yeah, he's the
You know,
he's the highest tenure coach right now in the SEC.
I want to say yes. I can't say no. I'm more favor saying yes than no because I don't know. I
Okay,
just I can't say no. His heart's not in it. I can't say that. But I'm gonna say yeah. He's coaching and he gets fired up over there. He might make some bad decisions. That happens. But yeah, I believe his heart's in it.
Jimmy, because I'm gonna make a comment right after Jimmy's done, a rebuttal for that. Jimmy, you think Coach Stoops' heart is in it?
Uh, I think his heart's in it a little bit more than it was last year because I think he knows maybe this is coming down to the end, but I still don't know if his heart is truly into it. That there's two different ways you can go with this. Say, okay, I know I cannot get bought out right now. I
Yeah,
believe they're going to be giving all the money to the basketball. Uh, if I can just barely get 6 to 6, I think my future is good here. But if he's going 4 and 8 and whatever, and he's not doing, they're going to some way somehow they're going to figure out a way to get rid of him. But if he gets 6 and 6 this year,
yeah.
I don't think that they'll get rid of him next year.
Jimmy, you took the words out of my mouth. When he's owed that much money as a buyout, and this is why I asked this question to you guys. When you look at Coach Stoops' buyout, which is a lot of money, just to say go somewhere. When you look at the buyout of Stoops, is the pressure you take him versus a coach is, hey, if you're not good this year, you're getting fired. Versus a coach, well, we can't fire you even if you go 1-11. We can't fire you. because we owe you too much money. Is that, I mean, the perceptions is, as you said on the sideline, I'm angry. It's not the right call. But at the end of the night, when you go home, it's you don't really have a whole lot of pressure on you because either way, you're going to lose in football, but you're going to get paid with the pocket. So that's why I have to ask the question: is Coach Stoops' heart still in this after 13 years at Kentucky? You know, everything has a lifespan. Everything has a so has his lifespan at Kentucky football ran out? But he knows he can just come here and just we'll win. I do a couple of press conferences. We'll go back out next week. I try to say what what I think. But at the end of the day, is I'm gonna get paid money if they want to fire me. BC go.
Man, I want Kentucky football to be successful. Y'all know that.
Yeah,
Like bad. I really, especially when they got the
yeah,
playoffs, it just took it to
yeah,
another level. I just like want to get in the playoffs or even be in the hunt, like in
yeah,
like in the NFL, be in the hunt
yeah,
towards the end of the
yeah,
season.
yeah.
That would make it
Just to
so
get a wild
exciting.
cards.
Yeah, it would make it so exciting. But
Yeah.
but still, I don't think that any of us wants to win as bad as Coach Stoops.
Okay.
He's around these guys every day. He's like, a father figure.
Yeah.
I think he wants to win more than anybody.
Okay.
That's the way I feel. I know sometimes it looks bad when you're losing, and Kentucky's a hard program. Like I said, it's a hard program because our fan base is so passionate about sports. It could be swimming, it could be ping pong. We're
Yeah.
so passionate about the sports, but football has never been on the level like a basketball. It was like right there for a little bit years ago, but it's never been up there.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think as fans, our expectations of football is beyond what it should be.
So are you telling me that as a fan,
Hmm.
are you telling me that as a fan? So what you're telling me right now is BC is you're telling me and Jimmy right now is that when football season starts, if you expect Kentucky football to win more than 5 games a year, then you're being unrealistic. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying hope. Hope never disappoint. I'm hoping they win more than 5, 6, 7 games. I'm hoping.
BC, if
Now, if we bet the house on it,
I am
it
too.
might
I
be
am
different.
too. I am too.
It might be different. I'm hoping to win 7, 8 games.
I'm 189, but
Hope never disappoints. We're 1-1 right now. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm good.
we have 500.
we're
I'm
fine.
good.
Hey,
We could be 0-2.
yeah.
So I want to throw up this comment, and I want you guys. I'm gonna read it out, and I want you guys to think about this. This comment is coming from Hank, and I'm gonna see what you guys actually think about this. So right here, uh, I think he's lost his confidence in himself. This is talking about Stoops, and it's affecting his thought process and decision making. Between his hatred for NIL and all the news of the disgruntled fans, I believe he's mentally checked out. What do you guys think, man?
I don't know,
There,
man.
I
Hank
mean,
might Hank might be a psychologist or something. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
man.
Hank
That's
Hank might have
it's
a
a good
degree.
good point. Good point,
He's
Hank.
got a degree in this stuff. I don't know,
yeah, yeah,
but I mean that all could be true. You never
yeah.
know what's going on with the mind of a head coach at University of Kentucky for football, basketball, volleyball, or anything like that. This is a different process now with the NIL and everything that's
Yeah.
going on. We don't know.
I think there's some truth to that, bro. I do. And I'm not advocating for, you guys know I never advocate for anybody, to lose their jobs, whether it be a player or, that's a fine line too. If we're going to be a show and if we come on here and if we say that, hey, this particular player or players is not playing great football, it's not a knock on them with their character or who they are as a person. We're only basing our thoughts and our opinions based off of how they play on the football field. Off the football field, these young men, these coaches are probably outstanding individuals, good people in the community. Our opinions are completely based off of what they do on the football field on Saturday afternoons. With that being said, I think there might be some truth to that, bro. I think maybe it's just he's been there for a long time. The fan base is overwhelming because no matter what decision you make, the only cure you got is to win every ball game, and that's the only way that you have 100% of the fan base on board with you. Other than that, because BBN is so big, if you're not making the right decision, somebody's gonna think you're doing, what coach you did okay, and the other half is gonna be like, get him out of here. Somebody light the torch and let's burn things down. So I feel with that pressure, but you making you making $8-9 million a year. If you're not living up to that fulfillment, shouldn't you maybe give some of that money back? Or is it, hey, I'm here every day, I show up. Hey, I show up, so give me my $8-9 million. BC, I don't like the face. So what's up?
Get money back. Who's gonna do
Yeah, ain't nobody giving money back.
that?
I'm right. I'm piggybacking off of BC. Ain't nobody giving money back.
But that's the point though. We're paying you guys all this money. We're paying you all this money, and this is what we're getting. Now Mitch Barnhart's gonna have to bite the bullet for whatever happens if he decides to get rid of Stoops after this year. He made the contract; nobody else made it but him. And granted, when Stoops was really doing good here at Kentucky, I can kind of see how all that worked out and how all that went down. But with the situation it is, if you're making $8 million a year, and if you don't win, and you still gonna get $8 million a win, and you're mentally checked out, I mean, how do you put your heart into it? I mean, you learn to get a routine of what this is what I got to do Monday through Friday. Go out here and play a football game, and then do a press conference whether we win or lose, and then I go back to my house, and then I just have me a martini and a cigar, and I chill out. But I got $8 million. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I check my bank account, I see about $7.21. You know what I mean? So I mean, I have to wonder if his heart is still in it. And I like that comment what Hank made. Hey guys, I'm gonna look at some of these comments from. I can understand if you need the money, Big Mike, but he could have checked out Stoops, but I can feel I missed that, but I can feel bad for 30 million. Oh, okay. So I mean, I can understand if you need the money, Big Mike, but he has checked out. But I can't feel bad for a $30 million guy. Is there? Is there a fine line saying you make so much money? So I like this is not a pity party. Go win football games or go somewhere else. BC.
Man, anytime you make that much money, man, it really doesn't matter what you do. You on another level. It really doesn't matter what you do. You can win championships. Mark Pope had a little stint last year, and people was aiming for his head. So it's what it is, man. I like I said, I can't read minds. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's checked out. Now I know that he's the coach, and he's that's what it is.
Okay. So talking about giving back money, I see a comment up right here from D. D said a couple of SEC coaches have decided to donate 1 million back to Team NIL Collective. Is it hey Mr. Skinner, thank you for joining in. Appreciate it, man. Is it time for Coach Stoops to do this?
Mm.
Is it time for him to start giving back? You love the program, right? You say you love Kentucky football. If you do, hey, as he told the Big Blue Nation, pony up.
Mm.
So is Jimmy, should he give $1 million back as well?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's got the
Mhm.
money, so I mean, and I think a lot of it is got back into what we was talking previously. It's complacency,
Okay.
and he's gotten so easy in his spots, kind of like Calipari did, and
Yeah.
they got these lifetime contracts, and then you're getting paid $60 million or whatever, and you got a $36 million buyout. Once you get that money, what are you going to do? You can sit back and say, okay, I won 7, 8 games, and then the next year I only won 6 games.
Yep.
They're not going to get rid of you.
Yeah.
So you got easy money given to you, and you're not having to contribute to winning records. And then you might get back into an easy recruiting where I don't have to get the bigger best players. Then I can just get average good players.
Jimmy Jam.
Yes, sir.
Calipari and Stoops. That's not the same thing.
No, I know, no, I know that's not the same. But
Well,
with the lifetime contract, and
Yeah,
then
it's not.
Stoops,
And Calipari
yeah,
earned that.
yeah, he
He
earned that.
deserved that.
Yeah, he earned that. But Stoops, I don't think he earned what he got.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he
You know,
didn't earn.
he took Kentucky football back up a notch. He did do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Everybody would tell you that. He made
Yeah.
Kentucky football exciting again, but
Yes, but no,
I don't know about a lifetime contract.
no. I was just saying that he got now he's got a $36 million buyout.
Yeah,
He should have
yeah,
never had that. You
yeah. No,
know,
I don't think so either.
Mitch Barnhart should have never made it that so hard for us to be able to maybe get rid of a football. I know Calipari earned being a lifetime contract, but with Mark
I
Stoops,
don't think. Hey,
$36 million, and we can't
Yeah,
even get a 6-win season.
yeah.
yeah. I don't think a lot of people is going to agree with Calipari earning a lifetime contract. But
Well,
anyway, yeah,
if they don't agree what coach they trying to get Mark Pope, if they don't agree that Calipari earned that, Mark Pope's in a hell of a trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
He's in trouble. We talk about a guy what the national championships and
yeah,
what 4
Final
or 5 Final
Fours.
Fours and come
4
on,
or 5 on
come
four,
on.
two
I
championship, games. He lost one, but he won one. But yeah,
I know a lot of guys hate, people hate Kyle Perry, but come on, he earned every penny of it. All the
he
money he
earned.
bought in Kentucky,
yeah.
all these
The
NBA players.
players, the NBA players.
Mark
Yeah,
Pope is in he's in bull.
He better win
Woo!
this year. He
If
might.
Calipari didn't earn it, boy, Mark Pope is in trouble.
That's crazy, bro. So
Man,
are you calling for? Are you saying that it may be time for Stoops to move on, BC?
I think it is.
What about okay? Because right now you got the quarterback
yeah.
who doesn't seem to be all that, who doesn't seem to be up to par. He's not in a position to succeed. Maybe you got the wide receivers who are not doing that great. Do you look at the offensive coordinator and says he's not very good?
No, not necessarily. I like you got to coach what you got, but you can get creative. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, I just sat there and said you can throw some crossing routes, curve routes, something. You can do
Yeah,
it's something.
yeah,
What's the weakest link on the other side of the ball?
yeah.
Go to him. But I, it's tough, man. This, Kentucky football is a tough situation, man.
It is, bro.
It's not like I'm not trying to. I think we got some talent on our team. I really
Yeah,
do. Is it like Texas, Ohio State, Penn State? No. But I think we got some talent and then player development means so much. That's big. That's where your coaches really make their money, is the player development. Players coming in and they're talented, but you developing them to become even better. That's where coaches make their money. But Mark
That's,
Stoops, I told you we need somebody to change the temperature of the room.
yeah, you did.
But it's
Yep.
going to be hard to get that, which Kentucky being a basketball school. It's going to be hard to get that coach, because if you do get a prime time coach, the money, it's not going to be off balance no more like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Avondre said, "This is on the head of Stoops. This is on the head. This is on the head guy. Stoops has lost it. Miscommunications against a good Ole Miss team. We had to use off our timeouts. I think it was in the first half. We had to use off our timeouts like fast, and a lot of that was because I think two of them was simply because of the communication. It just wasn't happening. Like, where's the contingency if the headset in the helmet's not working? I mean, we at home, usually crowds don't make a much noise if you're on offense. They give you that respect so you can make sure that you can get your audible done. It's the second game of the year, but why are we making these type of mistakes? Now, overall, I think we played a pretty clean game. I know we got some penalties. I know we should have had some stuff called in our favor that we didn't, especially towards the end of the ball game, and that holding or pass interference. But if you don't put yourself in the situations where you need the stripes to make a call to help you, then you don't have to depend on anything like that happening because you can get it done.
I want to
Yeah.
say one thing, Big Mike.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, man, yes, that has to get better. But I also want to say, when you what you got 25 seconds or something? What play clock? What is that, Jimmy?
I think it's 35 or 40, something like that.
Is it that? It ain't that much. It ain't that play clock. Ain't that? Is it?
Is it? I think
that's a long time. I think it's about 25 or 30 seconds.
I think it's 25.
I think it's 25, something like that. It ain't. Well, what I want to say is, when you get a play and then you going up to the line, and maybe guys sometimes don't know where they're at, and then you step up there and the defense has changed on you, and then you like want to check out of it. You really don't have, because it's pro teams that have problems getting the play in and have to call timeout. I'm talking about week 14. It happens in the pros. So it's just another perspective to look at, that it's like, man, you got the play. You only got 25 seconds. Then the defense is changing the play. You like, oh no, they all on that. We gotta change that. We gotta go. We gotta check out of that. Then all of a sudden, the play's down to 5. Then if you check it out of it, you moving a guy to the other side in the motion. It's more complicated than what people think.
Okay, it's a lot, man.
Does it happen? Yes, it can happen. 3 times in a half. You don't want it to happen. It's week 2, but it can happen. It's more complicated than going out there like old school. You here's the play we're running, and you're not checking out nothing. You're not looking at the linebackers. You're not looking at the DBs coming up. You're just saying hut. It's a totally different game.
Is that what our quarterback is doing? Is our quarterback smart enough to?
It's probably coming from up. It's probably coming from up top.
I just want football to be good, man.
I do too, man. But it's a reality to this. It's things happen. Like, fans see things different. Jimmy knows this. You know this. Fans see things different. Fans not looking, well, dang, okay, this guy got to go over here. This guy, man, the safety's coming up that we got to check. No, we can't run. That's fans not looking at that.
No, yeah.
So I'm, you know what? I'm going to make a declaration today. My new hopes for Kentucky football is 4 wins a year from moving on. I'm going to make a declaration. 4 games a year. 4 games a year. Give it to me. Yep. Hey, we gonna get number 2 this weekend. Yep.
well, yeah, we
Yep.
better. We're like a 23.5 point favorite. We better get
Yeah.
this win.
Yeah. But this is, yeah, 4 games. Okay, UK football. Big Mike is smoking. I hate to say that. But I mean, we we can spend all the time about our offense. I think our defense is still solid.
Hmm.
If we can clean up that missed tackles on the end, I think our overall defense. I mean, because I mean, if you're out there on the island 1-on-1 and you got 10 guys looking over there and you overall by yourself and you miss a tackle, you putting everybody else in a hurt, bro. Because now you asking a guy to come from the other side of the field just to make a tackle or to run somebody down, especially if that safety is going over to the other side of the field. You hurting our team. So if we can get those I mean that position on defense taken care of. Because other than that, I mean we didn't miss a whole lot of tackles overall in the ball game. Now their running back Lacey, he hurt us. He and he ain't even a big guy. I mean,
Mhm.
that's the thing. He's not even a big guy.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why we couldn't figure out to get him back. But hey, if you're good, you're good, and that's what you do. And that's it. Not saying our quarter. I mean, our running backs are not good, but Lacey's he's a step above. He can go to Lacey could probably go to another big time school and compete for a starting job. So that's the type of running back that he is. So big shout out to him as well. But I just think moving forward, I think if Kentucky football wants to turn, because I mean it's just game 2. So how do you say if you want to turn the year around if it's only game 2 of the year? It's still not too late to get 4 games this year and win. You know what I'm saying? So it's still not too late to get 4 games. Jimmy Jam, the expectations of Big Mike is high. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I know they're high. I know they're
Yeah.
high. Yeah, they way
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh Nobody, hey, how you doing? Let me throw up this. I throw up a couple comments for us, guys. Nobody says I'm looking at not wanting to go back to hoping to go to a bowl every 10 years and winning 1 game a season when Stoops got us back to 8 straight and 2 of our 4 10-win seasons will be in football history. Sounds like so nobody, are you one individual that says that Stoops is not the problem and we don't need to get rid of Stoops? I'm just curious about that as well too. Um, Hey, let me see. We're getting some good comments. I don't think Lacey is a step. Um, Carl says, I don't think Lacey's a step up. I think if Lacey's played for Kentucky, he would be doing the same thing as our running backs and doing fighting to get yards because our offensive line cannot hold up. That's a good point. And I mean, I don't. I mean, what do you guys think about? I mean, do you guys think our offensive line has improved from last year?
I
I
do.
think so.
I
I think
believe,
our
yeah,
offensive line has improved. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I mean, we got 2 running backs that are not the biggest guys in the world, and these guys are still finding ways to get yardage. I think you got to give. I think there's a little truth to what Carl said, but I think you got to give a little credit to the offensive line for what they're doing. I mean, I mean, look. Even though here, I'm gonna say this about Kazada. When I look at him and when I see him in the pocket, yes, our receivers need to get some separations, but I agree with that, BC. But when I look at Kyle Zada in the pocket, when he gets when he gets pressure, it's like his technique and everything that he got, like throwing it off his wrong foot. I mean, it's football. You gonna get hit. I get it. It doesn't feel the best as a quarterback because when you up like this, you're kind of helpless because people can take their shots at you. But I think for the sacrifice of the team, if you want to call yourself QB1 for the Kentucky Wildcats, then you got to know that I just got to stand in here and I got to take these hits. I think because when he gets hurried, I think his whole demeanor breaks down. And if there is a chance for the receivers to get open, because he's hurried and because he loses his focus, BC and Jimmy, I think that could be a reason why he can't even make the throws that he's supposed to make is because he's getting hurried and he's not on his game. I mean, if you don't want to get hit here in football, and I get it, these hits they take a toll on you, but if you don't want to be hit in college football, then you shouldn't be on the field because everyone here is in the business of winning football games, and if you're afraid to do your part, then should you be on the field? I never played quarterback before, you know, but I mean, I watched enough football to know that some quarterbacks just know that this is my job. This is what I get, this is what I get paid for. And now college kids, this is what you get paid for. You got to take a few hits, but we need you to keep your composure even in the face of adversity, and we need you to make some solid passes, BC. Putting the ball on the ground, throwing
Man,
just completely. You got guys that get open and you can't make the pass because you psychologically scared.
you see
Come on, man.
you see some guys get open.
We overthrew some guys that was open.
Who?
We did the same thing we did against same thing we did against Toledo. We had guys wide open. Overthrow.
Yeah, yeah. It was a bad game. I give you that.
Yeah.
But man, he's not turning the ball over.
I mean, I'm okay with that. But I mean, if you're going 3 and out, isn't that the same thing as a turnover? And then our punter doesn't make a good punt.
That's like I said, man. After South Carolina game,
Okay.
if he's just thinking it up, man, it's time for a quarterback change. But you 1-1, hard fought game, had a bad call there at the end. Probably should kick the field goal when it was 4th down. At least put a little more pressure on Ole Miss, but you got the ball back.
Yeah.
So I just don't think that the quarterback is the issue right now, being the second game of the season.
I like your unpopular thoughts.
Man,
I'm for real. I do. I'll think about that too.
I'm just saying it would be a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that would be on the bench after week 2.
So are you saying that Calzada shouldn't be on the bench after week 2?
No. Why? What does that say? What message does that? Like I said, what's the standard now? You 1-1. You haven't turned the ball over. Your accuracy's a little off because you got these new receivers. Now we up the game speed, but nah, it's not good enough. Let's bring the other guy in. Well, dang, if I'm the backup quarterback, I'm gonna be like, well, heck, I better go out here and throw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Man. Yeah.
No, I better throw 2 touchdowns and about 250 yards. If I'm going to keep my starting position.
How many touchdowns has Calzada thrown this year? I don't have that stat. Did he?
Is it 1?
1 touchdown in 2 games?
Maybe. Is it 1?
I don't know how many touchdowns because he didn't throw any of the last. He didn't throw any of the last ball game.
He
How
didn't
many
throw.
touchdowns?
Well, does he have 1?
Does he have 1 quarter?
No, he might not. Oh.
Let me see, because he didn't throw any against Ole Miss, did he? I think we ran ours in, and
he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. How you gonna throw a touchdown pass when you guys ain't getting open?
You mean to tell me
It's
Yeah.
I give it 50-50. Like I said, the Toledo game is a bad outing. Got a little better against Ole Miss. But still at the same time, but he gets benched.
Hey, well, here's what I say to that, BC. Rah rah rah. Go get it against Eastern Michigan then. If you
Yeah,
even playing.
yeah. He should at least get 3 touchdown passes. That should be least at least 2 or 3 touchdowns.
And if he only gets one,
I'm talking
but
about winning by 2 or 3 touchdowns in that game.
okay. So you're saying he doesn't need to throw a touchdown in that game either?
When you win, baby, it's about winning.
Yeah, but
It's
nobody
hard.
wants to.
It's to me, it's hard to set a quarterback down that's winning. It has happened. I done seen it happen before.
Yeah.
But it's like I said. Is he the reason? I'm just that's just a question. You know, I'm not an expert. Is he the reason that we're losing? Do y'all think it? Jimmy, do you think that? Mike, do you think? Can you point at him and say he's the reason we lost
No.
that game?
I can't. No.
So how can you put the guy on? What's the reason he's not going to start next week? It's Eastern Michigan.
The only reason I wouldn't think he would start if that shoulder.
Yeah, if he was, that's the only reason he came out of the game.
I believe he's going to start next week. If he is healthy enough, he's going to start next week.
That's the only
Mark
reason he
Stoops.
came out of the game.
I don't know if Mark Stoops agrees with that, Jimmy.
He
might not.
Yeah, he might not. But
Yeah.
I mean, Cutter Bowley looked good, but we only saw him like about 4 minutes in the last of the fourth quarter. We didn't see him all the way through, and what Calzada did, and we was still right there in the game. You know, we had some bad decisions, bad plays, different things. You know, I believe Calzada had us right there ready to win a game. We just did not execute on certain plays, and I'm not blaming that on the coaches. I'm not blaming it on our game. I think we played a real good game.
I don't like neither one of y'all, man.
Hey man, don't get me wrong.
Jimmy,
we did play.
Now he's on me. BC, he's on me now. Hey, I'll take it off of you, BC. I'll take it off of you.
Hey guys, it's like I said, we didn't play an A+ game.
No, we didn't play an A+ game. Yeah,
but I feel that they played their hearts out. They went and put it all out on the field, and we just came up short.
Yep. We need Eddie Graham back. Yeah, we need Eddie. We need.
But you gonna bench your starting quarterback? That's why I say it at least has to be at least 4 games, and he really has to be like the reason you lost. He's throwing pick sixes. He's fumbling the ball. It's he's just flat out having multiple games where he can't hit a target. It gets to a point where I'm gonna look at the game and I'm gonna say, "Hey, receivers got open. He wasn't hitting the target." But right now, you wants only 2 games. Stall him out, Debo.
Well, I mean, this is one thing I want to say is our receivers. I mean, they have some speed, but we just can't get wide open on the receivers, and they just can't battle the hand positioning to get to the ball and make that play. I mean, we've got to have some wide receivers that is going to make good plays. We lost 2 good ones last year, and now we got some. I'm saying average good wide receivers. We just need to get them open. Something different, maybe plays or something. I don't know. I'm not the big football guy like you all are. I'm the basketball recruiting and analysis, everything. For basketball.
Yeah.
I'm just on here because I like being on with you guys. But it just seems like our wide receivers just can't get open, and they don't know how I don't know. What do you think about that, BC?
And
I think you guys need to
I'm with
stop
you,
texting
Jimmy.
before. I think you guys need
My
to stop
hope
texting before the show.
my hope is that
Yeah.
our receivers look at film and be like, okay, we got to step up a notch. We got to get some separation and help our quarterback out. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I
But
see
we
what's
got plenty
happening.
of games. We got plenty of
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
Yeah.
Season's young.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but let's be real. I mean, when I was talking about basketball tonight, but by October the 11th, when we play Purdue, if our football team has not
No, every,
improved, I know I know BC. I'm just making a statement. I know I'm just making a statement. When we to like this, when we line up against on the court and we tip it off against Purdue next month, because we can say next month now. If football
yeah.
team is not doing really all that good, people are gone. Like I mean, you can tell me that I'm crazy, but if once we get on the court with Purdue and our football team is not making making anything happen, football what? It's all basketball until March. That's just the way it's gonna be here, And I understand what kind of game it is against Purdue, but uh, people want to see Kentucky basketball, and if football is doing good, if we find a way to turn it around and make it something positive, then yeah, we'll be happy about basketball still. But those people, which is a lot of people who love Kentucky football, they will be like, "Hey man, we still got football season. We're still playing good football. We gonna go to a bowl game." So when you have the good football team that can overlap the basketball season, dude, that's good for Kentucky though.
Mhm.
Man, Kentucky got to be up for in the Final Four, up for a national championship before that happen. Just making the bowl ain't going. That's not going to take. That's not going. No, Kentucky football got to be up for a natty. They got to be
I
in the.
mean,
They got to be in the Final Four of that playoff for that to happen.
yeah,
Like you said at the beginning, is the truth.
yeah.
Like you said, Kentucky could be 6-2. Come basketball season,
It is what it is, huh?
it is what it is. It
Football.
is what
Hey,
it is.
this is uh, this is something that is very good for this year's football team. And look, we might not know who our WR1 is, but one thing that I like that I'm seeing this year, and I'm glad nobody. Let me see if I can go back and find it. I'm glad nobody brought it up. Nobody brought it up and says that I'm glad they finally using the tight ends. Our tight ends seem to be our most productive receivers this year. That's I mean those guys at the tight end position, they're, they're getting open. He's getting
Well,
them the ball.
tight ends are hard to cover because they're coming
Well
off the
then,
line. They can either go right, left, down the
Yeah.
field, or curl anything. Tight ends is hard to cover.
there you go. Then
That's why
well,
when you got a good tight end, oh man, the tight end or a slot receiver, you don't know which
yeah.
direction they're going.
Well
When
then,
you got a guy on the end, you got that real estate over that they can run out.
Mhm.
But tight ends straight down the middle or can go left or right. Hard to cover a tight end, especially a lot of times linebackers on tight ends.
I have breaking news. Then y'all want to hear the breaking news?
Yes, sir.
Make everybody a tight end. Then.
Oh, Lord.
I knew, I
I,
knew that was coming. I just
I
walked
knew
right
he gonna come
into it.
up with something. He gonna come up with
Just
something.
walk right into the
Look,
spider
look.
web.
You,
Make everybody a tight end. Then I mean,
yeah, yeah. Oh, wow,
Oh
wow.
man, I knew it.
make
I
everybody
fell
a
for
tight
that
end.
one.
But
Hey, just make
Oh
everybody a
man.
tight end. Just make everybody a tight end.
Woo.
hey, you know what? I like this. I like this. I like this comment by B999, and this is kind of what I was talking about with Kazada. Bully isn't great, but at least he looks confident. And I don't know if you see that. And for me, I think that's kind of what when you look at a quarterback's eyes, it tells his whole story. And for me, turn the ball over, which is good, which is very very good. He's not fumbling, but when you look at a quarterback's eyes, and his he looks like man. I don't know. You know what I mean? I might be out of my league a little bit. And good, he's not throwing the ball. Good, he's not turning the ball over. But if you think about the defense, helping out your defense, when you're going out there and you're going three and out because your quarterback can't generate plays with his arm or with his legs, and then the defense has got to get right back on the field in a matter of minutes. Like if you're throwing the ball and the ball then these guys these guys are you gotta help your defense out and you gotta let them rest because his eyes, a man's eyes, you know, when I for me as a man, before I got married, one thing that I like about women is I love their eyes. And you can always look at a woman's eyes and be like, I think I want to marry you. You know what I mean? So,
Well, we just went into the
But-
dating
Hey man, you had like see, I always said that the quarterback get too much credit and get too much of the BS that comes with it when they lose. It's
Okay.
other people out there besides the quarterback. There's other people out there.
I get that.
And if okay, for say, I understand if you say that he's not as confident. Should he be? This is first year in the system, new receivers. I can understand that. I believe Cutter's more confident.
Okay.
He's been there for what, last 2 years?
Yeah.
I believe he's more. He probably do look more confident. But the quarterback ain't the only guy out there on the field. You got 10 other guys out there.
Yep. Let me see. Next. Nobody said he looks in a woman's eye and tell that she could be his next ex.
Oh man, nobody.
Nobody.
Playing that Keith Sweat. Nobody. Anyway,
Nobody.
look, I just like whether we win by 23 points, 27 points against Eastern Michigan, people are going to enjoy winning a ball game, but they know that the next few ball games, are we going to revert? See, we always have those good field goal winnings against a team like Eastern Michigan, against a Toledo, and against teams like that. But I think people's biggest problem is with Kentucky football is good. We got to win. We can take a deep breath for a second. But can we win the big games? Can we go in the SEC and be competitive? And I don't know if we have what it takes this year. I don't know if we have will we win any SEC games this year? I mean, Vandy got one of the most efficient quarterbacks this past week, and their quarterback was one of the most efficient in the country this week.
But ain't it like that every year?
Oh, that's my point. So okay, but that's my point. I'm only expecting 4 wins a year then.
Okay.
If that's gonna be the narrative, and we like this every year, I expect your 4 wins. We win anything else, bravo Zulu. Good job, Wildcat football. And then
I thought it was getting to a bowl.
No, it's just 4 games. It's just 4 games.
Wow.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
all.
not gonna get you a bowl. Might get
That's
you
okay.
a Super Bowl or something.
That's okay. 4 wins. We good. No problem. 4 wins.
Oh,
That's all we need. I'm emotionally distraught right now. So turns out Toledo
I
isn't
see
a
that.
bad team. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else we got before we get out of here. No one should blame Cutter. He was placing the game late. You can't do that. Do you guys? Well, I mean, hey Otis. He had to be put in the game because Calzada was hurt with his shoulder. So, but hey, Cutter came in and got like a 40-yard play, like his first play though, didn't he? And looked confident.
It was a pass interference, and he threw the ball 5 yards out of bounds.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not
we
blame. I'm not blaming Cud. I'm not blaming any one of them.
No.
yeah,
I'm not the guy that's blaming the quarterback.
but we
Is the
put
quarterback is the quarterback play excellent? No, it's not.
no, it's not.
But it's a whole lot of things else that's not excellent that we can put on the list.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we'll put that on next time, okay? we'll put that. You got a good point, BC. We can look at the offensive coordinator, we can look at the Stoops, we can look at the quarterback, we can look at the line, we can look at the guys missing tackles on the outside, we can look at the receivers not getting open. I think collectively as a team, these guys are gonna have to reach down deep and ask themselves what kind of team are we gonna be. That's the kind of stuff you should be doing before the season starts. But now that you got a couple of games up on you, now you got some film that you can watch where you up against other competition. What kind of team are we at 2 games into the seasons? Yes, we're 1-1, but let's be real. Even though Toledo's a good team, and I'm glad we beat them, we're supposed to beat Toledo. We're supposed to beat those guys. Can we win some of the games that we're not supposed to win? And I think whenever we find that, and whenever we find that balance, that we can win some games that we're not supposed to win. I've always said that if we was going to beat a SEC team as good as Ole Miss is, I feel like they're one of those teams that we always play good against them. The last few years, we've always played them close. And I think if that was going to be one of those SEC teams that we was going to steal a game, especially at home, I thought Ole Miss was going to be one of them. And now when I look at it, we got Vandy on the road. Tennessee's playing tremendous football. Like I don't see how we generate any wins at home. We might get Florida because I think we play Florida when it turns cold, so that could be our advantage. But other, you know, and of course Florida just they lost to FI to USF. They lost to them.
South
So
Florida.
South Florida. So anything is possible if the right group of guys show up on Saturday afternoon and says we can win this ball game. But we got to play a clean, excellent football game in order for it to happen. We can't make the penalties. We don't have the wiggle room to make those penalties that other good, great teams are able to recover from when we're making bonehead holding or offsides or pass interference. We can't recover from that. And because of that, if we can get that together, if we can have a gut check, we can see what happens for the rest of the year. But this is your football team, though, BC. Yeah. Yeah. BC, take us out, man. What's your thoughts?
Man, my thoughts is it's early in the season, 1-1, we 500, and I got hope in my boys. I got hope in my boys, just like basketball, the baseball, soccer, whatever, Kentucky sports. I got hope. And I just hope that, we be able to turn around, get 2 wins in a row coming up, and get, bye.
Well, we got to buy before we play South
Oh,
Carolina.
we do got to bye before we play South
Yes.
Carolina.
So
So
we
I
got
hope we come off the
so
bye and get everybody healthy, go, South Carolina get a win.
so we got rest of this week, and then next week we got this week off next week. So what is that? 2, 3 weeks before, or is it 2 weeks before we
See,
play?
next week
We play this
it would
weekend.
be it
This
would be
So we got
weekend,
then
and
the
then
week
we're
after
off
that
next
by it'd
weekend.
be like 3 weeks from now.
3 weeks in. We got 3 weeks to get ready for South Carolina. We don't do good coming off buys. We got 3 weeks.
You know,
But we got to be Eastern Michigan first.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we can't lay off and just say, "Hey, we're going to get ready for South Carolina." We got to win this game and win it. I think we're favored like 23 and a half points. We're going to have to. I'm not going to say we win by that, but we need to win the game and then go into the
Yeah.
bye week. Hopefully, we're not hurt through this week and then go through the bye week. Everybody be healthy again,
Mhm.
and then go down to South Carolina. And let's see what I lace them up and let's go.
I hope we win by 17 or more
Yeah,
against Eastern Michigan,
Eastern Michigan, yeah,
and then
yeah.
go to South Carolina and win by 6.
yeah,
Get a big win.
I
That's
would,
what I'm
man. I
hoping
would,
for.
dude. I would love that. Man. I mean, but South Carolina's one of those games where you can win by 3 points and you're still ecstatic. You're still
yeah,
good. You'll still take that SEC win. I mean, if you win by almost a touchdown, I mean that's even better, especially when we're talking about confidence. But it did that. That's one of those games where on the road, win and move on. That's how big that game is. But I'm looking forward to seeing. Of course, as Jimmy said, we got to focus on our South Carolina, on our Eastern Michigan first. But this is a chance for, first of all, if Calzada is not going, if Calzada is not going to play, then does that mean he's not going to play against what's the name? Because for me, this is a chance for Calzada to go out and 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 tweak some things with the wide receivers in one of the game against Eastern Michigan in order to get ready to go play what's the name. Because if you take Cutter out there and you play Cutter against Eastern Michigan, is that saying that you're prepping Cutter in this game to get ready to get ready for South Carolina? I guess we'll see as time goes, but absolutely, yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
yeah.
It's
So
you don't make a quarterback change if he's healthy. That's just me.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
If Gonzalez, if he's healthy, he's starting this weekend.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah,
I have to agree that you play him, because we need to continue to see him build game time experience with the wide receivers, because as BC we'll always go back and say we got a lot of new players in. He's playing with all new players, so every game, every chance he can get to get some reps, why not make it happen? That's for sure.
And we know the guy can play. He
Yeah,
beat Alabama.
yeah.
yeah.
Years ago.
And
You
they
know,
was ranked number one
so we
And
when
he
we
beat him.
yeah
Yeah,
when he
we
beat
know
him.
the guy
So
can play.
I think he lost a lot of confidence. I'm hoping maybe here at Kentucky he gets some of that back.
I hope so, man. I want, I think you know, I like that we don't have to agree on everything, but I think we all can agree that we just want Kentucky football to be good. I think that's the common denominator in all of this is we just want to see them win some football games, and we have to just see how it all turns out. That's for sure. Just got to see if it turns out in our favor. So let's go beat Eastern Michigan. Don't forget about the show from Wednesday night. It'll be Jimmy and Leah, 7 Eastern, and those guys are. Is it almost 2 o'clock already? It is. I smell my roommate cooking breakfast, so that's my alarm clock. He cooks about 2 in the morning for work. So, hey man, appreciate you guys jumping on. Jimmy, good to see you again on here with us tonight,
Yeah,
man. Look forward to
great
it
to
as
be on
well.
here. Thank
Um,
you, BC. Thank you, Big Mike. Yeah,
Don't tell me thank me now because you and BC over at Texas before the West name. But hey, I don't like that because don't quit football after this year. So, but anyway, hey man, everybody who joined in tonight, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please, if you're South Carolina fans are upset they didn't dominate South Carolina State and FSS school, should Kentucky? Should Kentucky feel that way too if they don't dominate? Now, Michigan, Eastern Michigan, they're high. SEC fans, South Carolina fans are upset because they didn't dominate SEC State, South Carolina State. So every it's gonna be a tough game, bro. It's gonna be a tough game
Yeah.
against Eastern Michigan. Then we got to go to South Carolina on the road. And D is actually, I think, if I'm correct, uh, D actually used. He may still be a little bit, but he was a diehard South Carolina fan from before too as well. So he keeps up with that also. So D, thank you for joining B99, Dave, nobody, James, Jimmy. Thank all you. Is that? Oh, that was you, Jimmy. Is that you commenting, Jimmy, or is that somebody? Is
Oh, I
that
was
another
talking to
Jimmy?
Otis. I was talking to Otis.
Okay, I got you. I seen that Jimmy. I said, okay, I'm not sure who that is, but okay, I see it now. But anyway, hey man, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Go Kentucky football. Let's see if we can get things turned around or improve. Let me just say that. Get back in the win column. A win is a win. We'll take it, and then let's see if we can build on that going down to South Carolina and getting this win. So I'm Big Mike. I'm here with BC. Here with Jimmy Jam. Thank you guys for being on tonight. Always a pleasure to be here with you guys. It makes it a whole lot better. Go Kentucky football and basketball is right around the corner. Go Cats. go Big Blue. I think. I gotta go question myself. I'm gonna go look in the mirror and tell myself, get it together, Big Mike. You got it. I'm out, guys. We out, man. All right. Thank you guys. Go Cats.